What's up, party people? I am just now talking to the camera um, because I've just fiddle farted the day away. No, I had stuff to do. So this morning, the electrical crew, electricians, this crew of electricians, came to the house, and in just under 3 hours, did $4,100 worth of work. Oh, but I think I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. So $4,100 um, isn't that much if you think about the fact that it's been 32 years and nothing has been done to this house regarding its electrical system. There were things that were out of code. There were things that were just dumb and dangerous, and things that were certainly inefficient, and one or two things here and there that weren't done properly, and a couple of things I wanted changed for common sense sake. So listen to this. I bought a motion light, a sensor light, a floodlight with a motion detector, whatever you want, however you want to word it. I bought one for the driveway, and realizing that I was not prepared to do electrical work, including changing out a light fixture that I wasn't sure was even put in properly, I just let it go. Just let it sit there, not working properly for so long. Put up a battery operated motion light that sufficed in the meantime. Finally had them being Corley, uh, replace it earlier this year. Don't remember exactly when, but did not realize when I bought it that there was a phrase on the box that I probably, if I had seen it, wouldn't have known what it meant. Dusk to dawn. Well, yeah, that's when you would use a motion light, right? Dusk to dawn. In other words, when the sun's not up. Am I thinking of that wrong? However, this light was on 24/7. That's what that means. The light stays on. It just gets brighter when motion activates it to do so. I'm sorry, that's stupid. That's dumb. You're leaving a light on 24/7. Why? So, anyway, didn't like it. Hated it. Moved it around. Kind of fiddled with the timer on it. No, that's the way that thing goes. When I talked to the salesman at Lowe's about the lights, he said, "Oh, you got a dusk to dawn. That's what they do." I'm like, anyway. And I had bought it so long ago and just had it sitting here in the garage for so long, still in the box. I didn't even bother trying to like box it back up and take it back. I ate that one. Uh, Not literally, but nonetheless. So I got them to replace that, and to also put a floodlight, motion light, motion detecting floodlight, whatever you want to call it, on the deck. Not that it'll ever be used in any kind of emergency way, but if someone were to wander on the deck at night, maybe that light coming on would alert us to the fact that there's somebody on the deck. That said, if I'm repeating myself, just skip forward a few minutes. We did have somebody one night on the deck. So it's been a while because the deck hasn't been there for a year or so, maybe even more. Yeah, probably more than that. So if you are a real college football fan, especially locally, a fan of Clemson, or if you're a fan of Notre Dame, you may remember when Notre Dame and Clemson played each other in the Final Four 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. I don't remember exactly when. But during that game, living in Clemson territory, there were many people around who were hosting parties and watching the game. However, it was a blowout, and as much as I love to watch Notre Dame lose, I lost interest in the game and was falling asleep, as was my father, who was sitting in the living room watching the same game. by the door to the deck. And at that time, because we didn't use that door to go out on the deck, I'm not even sure how accessible that door was, because of just weird furniture arrangement we had in there for a while. When Sarah wakes me up saying, "Chris, there's somebody trying to come in the back door." Oh my God. Really? So I do what any red-blooded American does. I get my gun and tell Sarah to call 911 in the meantime while I go assure this gentleman he is at the wrong house. And it turns out that's exactly what the case was. But he didn't want to stop trying to come in. He kept trying to come in the house, and I'm standing there with a gun saying, "You really don't want to do this, dude." I wouldn't have had to kill him. No, I wouldn't have even tried. I wouldn't have had a problem putting one in his foot, though. Turns out he was at a party in the neighborhood somewhere, still not really sure where. He did wander off before the police got here, of course, and they wandered around finding him. Somehow they found his father. Turns out the people that were hosting the party that he originally was at took his keys from him because he was drunk. So he couldn't drive, but he wanted to leave. So he left on foot and then decided he wanted to go back. And my deck is where he wound up, thinking he was back at the party. So only because of the fact that that little misstep of his could have gotten him shot. Although, like I said, I'm not so dumb as to kill him. I would have just made sure he realized I was serious, that he couldn't come in my house. I was disappointed a little bit that the police didn't do anything. You know what I mean? The guy was opening the door coming into my house against my will. And when they found him, they just told his dad to take him home. I'm like, yeah, take him home. He's drunk. Maybe you should put him somewhere where he can't go anywhere else or do anything to anybody until he sobers up. And then let's have a talk about, I don't know, breaking and entering, trespassing, whatever you want to call it. Going in the wrong house when you're drunk is a surefire way to get in some trouble. Unless Greenville police are handling the issue with Greer police. I'm not even sure who called that shot. I think they were both here. Yeah, I'm in one of those really weird areas where nobody really wants to take control. Sometimes Greenville City does. Greenville County does, and sometimes Greer City does. I don't care. Just don't let guys come in my house when they're not supposed to be here. Anyway. So there's that. So that's part of the thought that goes through my mind when I talk about putting a motion detecting light on the deck, is maybe that would have made someone realize they were at the wrong house. Anyway, I feel a little better about the security of the house, not security from a security standpoint, but from a safety standpoint of the electrical system is up to snuff, so to speak. I am just currently babbling away to keep from exercising. Just don't feel like it today. I will, because that's what I do. But I will also waste as much time as I possibly can prior, because quite often I do that too. Leftovers for dinner. Chicken chili. Yeah, I forgot I had chicken chili in there. I'm going to have chicken chili for dinner. I need to go to bed earlier tonight. I didn't go to bed real early last night, but a little earlier. And then I woke up before my alarm. I hate waking up before my alarm. But I got to work tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow's not Friday, but I'm working Thursday and Friday this week. And the only problem with that is I'm asking a lot of my feet to do that 2 days in a row. And I'm going to have to do laundry Thursday when I get home. So where's my gun? So I'm going to have to do laundry when I get home from work Thursday, so I have clean clothes to wear back to work on Friday. I don't really just have one set of work clothes to wear to work. In fact, the current set that I wear to work is not, in fact, my uniform, but it's close. And my uniform fits, but it's not as comfortable. And what I have been wearing to work is pretty damn close without the monogrammed or the embroidered logo of the company on the shirt. I just slap my name tag on and pretend like I'm wearing a real YMCA shirt. I don't think anybody cares. Like I've said before, I've been at the Y for so long, everybody knows I'm the one that's working in the fitness center. When you see me and my beautiful smile, I'm your man in the fitness center. People don't always believe it, but yes, I do kind of know what the hell's going on in there. Some people over the years have been shocked that they have allowed a fat person to work in the fitness center. But I do. And there have been bosses in the fitness center who would hope to know what I know about running that fitness center. I had one that pretty much let me run that fitness center and didn't ever let anybody know that I was the one doing a lot of things that they were supposed to be doing. But that's another story for another day. I don't miss that boss. Okay, I've rambled on long enough. I'm gonna get started. I would like to do a row, and then I probably should do some back exercises, some sort of pull downs or something. I'm not really sure yet. Didn't lift yesterday. I'm really, really sore and achy from leg day. But I love it. I love leg day. I really, really do, in spite of how it makes me feel for a couple of days. Squats and deadlifts, man. Best things you can do for you. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for just the rambling tone today. Maybe tomorrow will be better. See ya.